Now, to Bill's left is Jeffrey Ebersol, Special Agent in charge of the New York office of the FDA Office of Criminal Investigations. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the FDA's great work in this case. To Jeffrey's left is Major Gregory Thomas, Detail Commander of the New York State Police Special Investigations Unit. Thank you, Major, for all the help we received from the New York State Police. To Major Thomas's left is Inspector Matthew Hyland from the NYPD, which was of enormous assistance in this investigation. I also want to thank the Drug Enforcement Administration and Customs and Border Protection for their expertise and support, as well as the state of New Jersey, and in particular, New Jersey Attorney General Graywall and the New Jersey State Police. I'd like to invite now up to the podium Bill Sweeney.
Thanks, Jeff, and thanks for the kind words. Good morning, everybody. Today's charges outline a broad scheme on behalf of racehorse trainers, veterinarians, distributors, and others allegedly to manufacture, distribute, and/or administer thousands of units of PEDs to racehorses throughout the country and around the world. The PEDs allegedly administered to horses under the care of those listed in the indictments included blood builders, pain shots, bronchodilators, and red acid. Not only were the substances medically unnecessary, they were adulterated and misbranded. They were manufactured in facilities not registered with the FDA, meaning federal statutes and federal regulations governing the administration of such substances were largely ignored. As we allege, PEDs were given to racehorses in an effort to increase their performance beyond their natural abilities. These substances stimulated endurance, deadened nerves, increased oxygen intake, and reduced inflammation. What actually happened to the horses amounted to nothing less than abuse. They experienced cardiac issues, overexertion leading to leg fractures, increased risk of injury, and in some cases death. Conversely, the human beings involved in the scheme continued to line their purses as they manipulated this multi-billion-dollar horse racing industry across the globe. People are rightfully disturbed by the mistreatment of animals who have absolutely no means of defense. Today's arrest should put anyone who chooses to follow in the footsteps of those charged today in this doping scheme on alert. I'd like to thank our partners, as always, in this investigation. Jeff, your team, they've been exceptional. To New York State Police, the FDA, the DEA, and the NYPD in particular, who staffs our organized crime task force with a large number of detectives. We're eternally grateful for your guys' partnership, so thank you.
Okay, we'll take your questions.
How many deaths do you attribute to this scheme?
Well, as you can see in the far chart alone, Defendant Guido talked about the death of a horse that was being doped with a type of blood builder, and then Defendant Grasso, the veterinarian, said that there were 20 horses that he was aware of who were overjuiced in a similar way.
What sparked this investigation 2 years ago?
Yeah,
It actually started as a different case on a different topic altogether, and one thing led to another, and this information came forward, and the team of detectives and agents worked it from there. We had one agent in particular who was actually an expert in this industry from prior life. He was part of the team, and they did great work.
How much money was raised from this scheme? I saw the indictment, like $100 per script that was raised from Grasso, but total?
You know, the indictment doesn't contain a total number, and I'm not permitted to go beyond the four corners of the indictment.
Were these drugs manufactured in the U.S., overseas?
Some drugs were manufactured. Most of the drugs were manufactured, created in the U.S. In unregistered facilities, and some drugs were smuggled into the country, and there is a charge in this indictment, in one of these indictments, concerning smuggling. Yes. Well, you know, this case, as we've said, is far-reaching. It has 27 defendants. Our investigation is continuing, and that's all really I can say about that.
You have people from the organized crime task force here, or part of that unit here. Was there any indication that these trainers had tipped off anybody, particularly given the popularity of sports betting and race betting, that certain horses had been drugged or doped, and that in fact people made additional